you know that sexual activity is a form of exercise?
I feel like all the married men listening, just memorize that speech. We're talking about cardio. Do you want to live?
How far are you guys gonna take this?
It depends.
What does it depend on?
He dated my sister before me.
Sister's right over here.
Can I ask you a question? Should I just get a hysterectomy?
As long as you don't want to be fertile anymore,
Yeah.
then I'm okay with it.
Will you do it?
Tonight on Nick Cannon at Night, she's a hilarious comedian, actress, and writer, is Sabrina Jalees. She's a board-certified OBGYN and a menopause expert. Please welcome Dr. Kerry-Anne Perkins. Welcome to another episode of Nick Cannon at Night, where we discuss love, sex, and relationships with the experts and our personal friends. Great conversation with great company. And everybody put your drinks in the air if you got one. It's time for a nightcap. This is gonna be truth or cap. Let's see if you know what you're talking about. Truth or cap, regular sex can improve vaginal health. Drink to it if you believe it's true. I'm gonna go true.
I mean, I got the doctor here.
Yeah, if she's drinking, I'm drinking. Is it true? Yeah, yes, it is true. Regular sex increases blood flow and natural lubrication, which can help keep vaginal tissues healthier, reduce dryness, and even make future sex more comfortable. Expand, please, Doc.
Ooh, yes. I love this because listen, the lubrication, the future sexual activity, all that is beautiful, but we're talking about lowering cholesterol. We're talking about lowering your depression and anxiety. We're talking about making your immunity stronger. We're talking about making the pelvic floor stronger, protecting you from pelvic like prolapse and all the things that can happen later on in life. We're talking about you having cardiovascular. Did you know that sexual activity is a form of exercise?
I heard about this. I heard it doesn't burn as many calories as you think, though.
It actually does, depending on
what position you in.
And all the things. But you're talking about cardiovascular health, your
heart health.
Yes, it's just improving so much. I mean, there's just so much to sexual activity that do it, okay?
I feel
do
like all the married men listening, just memorize that speech. You know, your girl's tired and you're like, we're talking about cardio. You want to live? Do you want to live?
Give up that pussy.
I'm trying to save your life.
I love it. I love it. Now, okay, because as much as that is like so true, I think with the idea, help me here, Doc. Chemistry, because I think that's also where that statement was attempting to make, and I don't know if it is true or not, but sometimes like when you first start having sex with someone, it gets better as you
over time.
Is that a real thing because your bodies start to know one another, or is that just based off of like the amount of times that you guys are doing it together?
Psychologically, you're learning each other.
Okay.
Right? And so you're learning how to please each other, you're learning how to help that person climax, and you're learning how to enjoy each other. So as over time, it's like, you know, the first time you're like practicing, and you're yeah, I don't know what he's gonna like.
And there's so many nerves, you're not open with each other.
Yeah, and then when you're just like, yeah, I know what works, I know what I like, I know what he likes, then you're able to do this, and take it to the next level.
But there is like a bell curve, isn't it? It's like, I'm learning. I learned it all. I've seen it all. I know it all.
But the goal is to stay at that peak, okay?
The goal is to stay at the peak, which I feel like my wife and I have been together 16 years. I feel like,
wow,
thank
congratulations.
you guys so much.
Where are you on that bell curve?
We are on the bell curve where it could be here, but it goes up here when we do interesting stuff. Like, I feel like having sex in interesting places, that's fun. I feel like I do a little role play, which I used to think was like silly.
Yeah.
Because I used to think role play was like for demented people that were like, what are you pretending to be different people? But it's a nice icebreaker. I actually pretend to be a doctor in my role play.
Really?
Like
and a captain.
I have like a clipboard. Yeah, now captain's a new thing. But I have a clipboard and I go in and I pretend to like dial her nipples and be like, oh, well, this one's a little Let me go down there. Let me just see if everything's okay. And it's funny, and it's an icebreaker. I feel like, when you're married with kids, it's like sometimes it's like reapproaching sex when there's been a drought is like kind of feels a little funky, and being silly about it, I feel, is a cure.
That is dope too, especially like.
And again, I'm trying to save her life.
Yeah, exactly. Being married to a comedian has to be so much fun.
It's incredible. Well, I don't recommend other comics. Other comics.
And I say that like I make the quotations because in that sense of...
Because you don't think I'm funny. I'm to a comedian.
No, but even in that idea of, I almost like honor the fact that, and I don't know how many years, but just for you sharing, 16 years of anything is success.
Yeah.
So even in that term of like keeping it fresh, has to be some of the most challenging things that people often don't talk about, but probably need that advice. And as comedian to comedian, it seems like that's a great starting point, is to have fun. And if you can have fun with your significant other, it seems like the love life will go on for as long as possible.
When I was really young, I worked in this show. I was hosting this like kids version of Amazing Race, and there was this DP, this French director of photography, and I'll never forget. I was 18 years old, and she was like, "Come over here, let me tell you something." Whenever someone says something in a French accent, you're like, "All right, I'm listening." She goes, "I just divorced my wife of 10 years. I go with some younger girl. She's so sexy. Now we're together 4 years. It's the same shit. I have to start again with the same shit. I wish I was with the first one." I'll never forget that, where it's like, no matter who you're with, you're gonna learn their bodies, you're gonna reach this peak of excitement, and then you're gonna have to cultivate. And you're gonna have to dig deep, and you're gonna have to move through droughts and moments. And I just love doing it with my wife is also 20% hotter than me, so what am I doing?
Not 20%.
At least 20%. That's the way it works. When you're a female comic, you're gay, you get 20% hotter. Female comic straight, dude, you see these girls leaving the club with these guys, they look like the villain from I Know What You Did Last Summer. And it's like hot girls too. I'm like, what, is he rich? And he's like, "No, I'm trying to start a podcast." It's like, oh God.
Hilarious. Well, let's see who we can help out or give some insight or advice.
I'd love to help.
Yo, what's good, everybody? This is Lord Haiti from Chicago. Haiti like the country. Quick question. Why has the dating market and trends changed? It went from, interpersonal connections to dating apps to now we got TikTok trends where men have to approach fine shit by giving them a dap or making a heart. Like, why is it like that? Back in my day, we used to walk up to a woman, get rejected, and then walk all the way back to tell our homeboys we didn't get the number and get clowned. So my message to the fellas, put the phone down, son, and get rejected like your father used to.
That's some great advice in itself.
I got a quick question. Why is he in kind of masturbation pose?
That did make me uncomfortable.
Why does it look like the dick's on a tripod?
Yeah.
Like the camera's on a tripod on your dick.
He made me real uncomfortable when he started with this.
Question. No, you don't see the other hand either.
Yeah.
That's because everyone's on social media and their phones. And people are not interacting enough. That is why.
He made a great statement. I think there's a lack of character because specifically young men, have to get rejected in order to know how to do it right eventually. Right. So the fact that most of the rejection now happens in DMs, you're not even growing from that L. You know what I mean? Like you just...
No, and your language with the phone is like, it's the same place you're ordering like toilet paper, you're ordering like a phone case, and then you're ordering a woman. It's like you kind of like see it as disposable here, whereas your dynamic in person is so much more actually dynamic.
And we've had this conversation in previous episodes where it's kind of scary that our social interaction has dwindled in such a way that we're still releasing all of these chemicals and the endorphins and stuff, but it's not in person. It's only on a device. So that's scary where the world is going towards. So
I think that this guy, despite the fact that he masked it as a question, but he was trying to share a little wisdom, which is go out and do it the way your father did it. And I think it's actually pretty sound advice. I think the value that you attribute the connections, like us doing this right now versus doing it on Zoom.
Right.
It's like, I know we'll be friends forever, right?
Yeah.
Right.
But if this was on Zoom, you wouldn't answer my calls, and I am gonna call you. I'm gonna call you.
And get all the advice.
Just a FaceTime of my being like, is this weird or normal? I feel like we're still friends, right? We met in person.
Remember? So what is that? That's hilarious. All right, let's see what our next at-nighter has to say.
What's up, Vic at Night? My name is Shake and Bake, and I'm a producer and engineer living in LA. My question is, which one do you think is more important, having your best friend or your greatest passion in a relationship?
Ooh,
Best friend or your greatest captain?
passion.
Oh, I thought she was talking about me.
You're back on the captain thing.
Your best friend or your greatest
passion.
passion?
Well, shaken, mate.
It's a very shake and bake question.
Yeah, she like Ricky Bobby. I love it. I think your passions change.
Yeah. Well, it feels like
Friends
real
are
when
supposed
it's
to
happening,
last
though.
forever.
Okay.
I feel like you're in your mind. You're like, passion is coming.
Yes. Yes.
But I think what we're saying is like passion. Like it can be. You have a like.
But you're saying like
You have
passion-
a long-standing passion of being a father.
But that yes.
yeah, that's a long passion.
But that's not what we're talking about. Shake and bake is talking about or longevity.
Look, Shake and Bake doesn't know what Shake and Bake's talking about, first of all.
So do you think you have passion for any of your partners? Or do you think...
No, you meet passions
Okay.
with your significant other of a long time. You've been together with your wife for 16
But it
years.
started
That's
with
it.
passion. I looked at her, I was like, I'm passionate. You know?
I was going to say I'm passionate
And then-
about my husband too.
Yeah.
So that's 10, but you know.
Well, no, that's a long time.
Hey.
And it starts with passion.
I'm divorced.
And then you go, yay! No, but you start with passion, and then you see how much you can cultivate underneath the passion, and then there's a foundation of friendship. I think there has to be something that is like
And there are
friendship
times
underneath
that
that
you
passion.
might not have passion on the table all the time, but because you're passionate about this person, it will come up, every now and then. And
I feel like everybody, when you talk about passion, it just slips into a game where it sounds like you're talking about where it's like, you might not have passion on the table, you might have it on the floor. You might have passion in the bed.
So two things can be true.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be either or.
Yes, but I do think that like some of these straight girls that I see out there, it's like a really hard market, and they're like, well, maybe I just marry someone that I'm not attracted to at all, but he's my friend, and it's like, don't do that.
Don't do
Don't do that.
Don't
do
Isn't there
that.
a term for
Don't do
that?
that.
That's called slumming in.
No. There's like a term of like just marrying your plutonic friend though.
Yeah.
You say plutonic?
Plutonic. No.
Plutonic.
Platonic friend. But I forgot what the term is. I mean, obviously it's not a
It's called sad.
But there's something wrong. If you know you can get along with this person and it's your
Yeah, no, if you want to like create a family, create a life, I get that, there's like those people that make pacts that are like, if neither of us are married when we're 40, but you don't really want to get there, or not that you don't want to
You
get
wanna
there.
find
You
the
wanna
passion.
If you're going to link up, it's like the one thing that you have with your partner that you don't have with anyone else is a sexual relationship.
Irie, yeah.
Yeah.
So there you have it, shake and bake.
Shake and bake, don't your friend, okay?
That's the advice? Don't your friend?
Your friend if you really feel like it, but don't settle for your friend.
Only
because
your
lonely.
friend if you have passion.
If you
That's
have a
right.
little passion. Yeah.
All right, let's text it up. Let's see the people who didn't want to show their face. Why do the younger generation of men these days find showing love or affection too soft?
I don't know if I would say that's
I
this.
don't
I
agree
know
with
these
that.
days I'm
Right?
like,
I feel like it's been
These
forever.
days.
yeah.
I don't agree with that question, and it was poorly written.
Well, she makes it seem like in the 20s, men were like, listen, in my heart, I feel this. It's like, no, it's like, you ever heard like old people's love stories? It's like, he grabbed me, he said we were married, and it's been 60 years, I can't escape.
Exactly. That's what I was actually about to say. I feel like today it's more of an even playing field of whatever you like and however you like it, you can entertain one another and find chemistry where back in the days, it was like arranged. Like you didn't even have, like women didn't even have a choice.
No, and I also, no, you go for
I was
it.
going to say that I think in, in our current modern day, we're having a lot more people explore their softness. And we have women wanting men to kind of show love to them in a different way and be cared for a certain way. So I think when people look at this, they think that this might be a little bit softer,
Which is great.
And it's a beautiful thing.
Soft is safe. Like,
Right.
where in previous generations, it was a very misogynistic,
Right,
very
soft wasn't a thing.
yeah, like nobody had the opportunity to be soft. So now that everybody can be soft with one another, I think it's dope.
Yeah, I think soft doesn't mean that you're not strong. Like, I feel like a lot of times we think of this as it's either or. Like, you can be strong with a soft side. Like, that's a thing, and it's okay, and it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Strong with a soft side.
With a soft
Here's
side.
That's how they describe me all the time, Doc.
Right.
Love it.
I play a lot of pickleball, and I come from a tennis background.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And at the risk of losing everyone here, one of the strongest things you can do in pickleball is dink, which is a real soft little. It's dink. Everything about pickleball sounds embarrassing. And maybe I regret getting into
Give
pickleball.
her a little dink.
But you give it a little dink, but when you win with a dink, that's like connecting with a real vulnerable, soft thing.
Are
you
we
know?
still talking about pickleball?
We're talking about pickleball, and of course we're talking about.
Love it.
Give her a little dink.
No, but vulnerability is power, and obviously I'm trying to distance myself from the pickleball analogy now. Nobody here plays pickleball?
No.
Oh yeah,
It's a new. It's
No,
like
I just turned around and saw the crowd. I'm like, bitch, why'd you even start with pickleball?
that is very like hipster vibes.
It is hipster vibes, but you gotta try it. We gotta play pickleball.
I like pickleball.
You do?
I'd rather play tennis though. Cause it's like if I'm gonna exert all that energy, I might as well
No,
actually
but
do
you
a
want to
real
feel
sport.
like a star? Pickleball.
Speaking of feeling like a star,
Someone drags me away.
no, you are a star in your.
All right, perfect.
No, for real. In your comedic field, first of all, people don't understand how difficult not just stand-up comedy, but comedy in general is, and to make a career out of it and sustain it and to actually excel in the way that you have and worked with all the people that you've worked with, and to have a healthy relationship at the same time. And I want to pose this question to you too, because you got more hype in things and I didn't even know about, like the major and all that stuff. Like, how do you manage a healthy relationship and a successful career at the same time? Because I've been told that you can't have both.
Do you feel that way though?
I think it's different for men and women. I honestly do. Because men get into this one-track space of like, I gotta go win, be the best, make it happen, and my relationship is gonna have to suffer because of it. Then that's the question, because I don't feel like women feel the same way.
Well, I feel honestly like observing, like Jane Goodall and I'm in with the monkeys with the straight people, where I'm like, okay, how does it all work with you people? When I observe straight people, I kind of feel like there is this biological makeup that makes it possible for men to have this vision of love that is about moving forward and continuing on and having multiple partners, whereas for a woman, one of the biggest prizes you can have, to me, like having kids, it's incredible. When I came out of the closet, I was like, one of the sad parts of it, or part that I thought was gonna be like this thing I was sacrificing, was a family. And like now I'm like thrilled I have this beautiful family with 2 boys, but I didn't see it when I was younger. Right. But anyway, I think for women, you are kind of in a race against time to achieve that destiny. And in your mid-30s, it's starting to, it's like the end of musical chairs. And by 40, it's like, there ain't no more chairs, And it's like one of the most incredible parts of life is like having the family if you desire it.
Right.
And so I think just baked into that, the positive is that women start to think about relationships with this long-term goal of like, I want to create a family. Whereas men, they're like, I can create a family
at any time.
Look at Al Pacino, 150, and he's like, yeah, all right, another family,
Salute, Scarface.
Salute to Scarface. But I think it's biological. I think it starts with that.
It's, science
Yeah, I mean the science is true. You know, we're born with all the eggs we'll ever have. So you know, the pressure that we have as females to make use of them before they're all gone is really, really, truly real. Thank God for IVF and freezing your eggs and all the things.
And freezing your embryos even better than freezing your eggs.
So much more successful. So if you want to remove fertility from your potential relationship or future potential relationship, then freeze your eggs when you're 32 to 33 years old.
That's
by
right.
that time, so you can save them. And if you have embryos, even better. So
Yes,
now,
and here's another thing.
All the way up to about
I would
40,
say-
45, right?
But
the
I
best
feel like
time-
freezing the eggs
Yes.
is good, but it's
But
not great.
it is not as
because
good as
once they
embryo.
thaw, it's not as good. So freeze your
Then use
eggs,
a lot of
one
them.
batch
Yes.
for your potential partner to make embryos,
Yes.
and then get a donor. Freeze
Yes.
embryos.
Find a
and
donor
then
you
and
like.
then you have full.
And if
are
you need a
farm
donor.
assured. You are.
Yes, but now-
And if you need a donor, I got a guy. I know a guy that knows a guy.
Me too. I support it. So yes, embryos have the likelihood of them like failing when you defrost them and start using them is a lot less. So you want the embryos, but the scary part about the embryos, if you are single right now, is that who's the partner that I'm actually selecting?
Which is why I feel like freezing a batch of eggs and a batch of embryos,
both.
which is
I
expensive.
love that.
Which gets me
Yes.
to the next
It's a
point.
lot of
We got to
money.
start pressuring employers to start
Yes.
paying for this shit.
And they're getting better. They are getting better.
They are getting better. And if you
I love
pressure
that.
them, then
Yeah.
they're going to feel bad.
So part of when you're
Yes, they
selecting
will.
your jobs, on a side note, check with your insurance company. They're not going to give you information about fertility right away, but you ask them for that component of your insurance and select your job based on your insurance power. And so when they're covering 100% of freezing your eggs and the maintenance for keeping those eggs over time, then you're winning. Okay, that's a good insurance company.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
absolutely.
We just learned a lot. My
Yeah.
goodness.
Yeah.
No, because truly it's important.
It empowers you
Yes.
because nobody wants to date. I'm sure this is the same for a man too,
Yeah.
right? You don't want to date with like the clock, like we need to get married in 6 months. Like,
Yeah.
don't you feel pressure if someone comes to you and says, "Hey, we need to do this now"?
Well, not
Yes.
him, but
Yeah. That's what I was saying. The other alternative of everything y'all talk about is just
Yeah.
call me.
yes.
And I got you.
But I also,
Sure.
by the way, I think it's really cool that you have, like, truly, this is a dream for a lot of women.
Yeah.
And to remove the sort of, the factor of, like, is this going to be a forever thing? And just say, I'm going to have this forever family is, like, pretty incredible.
Especially when you could have respect for one another and you understand that
Yeah.
you guys want the same thing in life.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
There's so many single mothers who are married.
Yeah.
And people don't talk about that. Like,
Yeah.
you having a married man does not mean you have a partner in life. And so you could be traveling to this entire mothering, parenting, wifing by yourself.
Yeah.
By yourself. And who wants to do that?
Yeah, yeah, it's like actually cleaner to be like, this is the way things are going. From the offset, I know that I have a shot at being a parent.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
It's so funny though. I mean, not funny, but like I initially even started this segment off in complimenting how I believe women to be better. I don't know what to say. Like at having a relationship and a career at the same time, and dedicating both of them with the same amount of priorities. But it's interesting how the conversation shifted into like a timing thing.
I think it's correlated. It's like if you're someone who is ambitious in your career, you're probably going to be ambitious in the other aspects of your life. And what is more of a prize than achieving a family?
Yeah.
That's,
And,
to me, that's
believe it or
my biggest
not, like,
prize.
This is a part of the reason why women are dominating all fields right now, right?
Right.
Even if you think about medicine, before it was completely male dominated. Now you're seeing in medical schools, it's more mostly males. Every profession, like in an OBGYN role,
Mostly females.
Mostly females now.
Yeah.
And that's because we actually know how to multitask a lot better than men. And so if we go beyond and break the ground of, not feeling like we need to be silenced, like knowing that it's okay for you to speak up, it's okay for you to be in control, it's okay for you to lead, we're actually breaking barriers more than we know because we have the capability of doing multiple things and doing them all well.
Women are just better at everything.
Are.
That's what we're trying to get to. We understand it, but no. always in that sense of like, obviously we're always joking about it, but like the fact that we can have these type of conversations to where even as men, if there's certain spaces that, because I didn't even think about the biological clock when I was talking about.
That's so wild.
Yeah, because I don't necessarily have one in the same way, so. You learn
all the more reason for a female OBGYN. You don't want to go to a mechanic that drives a scooter.
Are there a lot of male OBGYNs in that sense of like...
They are slowly phasing out.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I would think...
Most males are like now like 60, 70, 80 and still working.
Yeah.
So it's just a matter of like, give them another thing.
Because I would think a woman would want another
woman.
woman.
You walk in and it's like some old man. You're kind of like, ugh.
You know about vaginas.
Well, let me tell you about vaginas in my day.
Yes.
All right, it's time for our anonymous question, which is you, freaky and fun.
Hey at night, serious question. I can only finish if I think about someone else, specifically my ex. Does that mean my relationship is doomed? What do I do?
Ooh.
Okay, that feels like the future question of Robot Chicken or whatever her name is. What was the name?
Shake and bake.
Shake and bake. Yeah. That feels like shake and bake in 1 year in the future being like, quick question. I married my best friend, but
She's doomed.
No.
I don't think so.
No, because people are not being honest, goddammit. This is the thing. I feel like so many people think about other people.
that's fine, but only finish if you think about if I'm
Only.
if I'm
Now your ex, you're not over your ex. We know that. But if you're in a healthy relationship and because you're having sex with the same person over and over because people are not honest, so they're trying to act like, oh, I'm only solely into you. They're thinking about porn. They're thinking about their celebrity crushes. They're thinking about their past experiences when they're having sex with the same person every single day.
That's all fine.
And people
Look,
will not be honest with it. We're keeping it a stack here.
honest with it.
There's nothing wrong with your mind wandering when it needs to wander.
yes, that's fine, but she said only finish.
That's 100%.
No, there's
of the
one.
time.
Okay, one step is, first of all, think about have you ever tried to meditate? You close your eyes, you meditate. There's 1,000 things that come in your head.
It's a process.
Okay.
You close your eyes to come, same thing happens. Sure. You might be like, you're like, oh yeah, my wife, Miley Cyrus. You're like, oh my God, the laundry's folded. You're like, 1,000 things could be going through your mind, and that's fine. But this is not only someone who is thinking about someone else with their partner.
Yeah.
They say they only finish if they're thinking about someone else.
What's
and
that?
then they're writing on a show being like, I think this is a problem.
Yes, it's a problem.
It is a problem.
But that's what I was saying. It sounds like the core of the issue is bad sex.
No, lack of connection.
No, yeah, it's more so. But listen, communication.
Yeah.
If there's something about the ex that worked for her, if she would just communicate that with her partner, maybe that will help her to be more present with him.
The new
I'm assuming.
person.
It could, but
Right.
they didn't say X. They
Right.
could have been Nick Cannon. Could have been
Very much true.
Could have been Dr. Major. Could have been Sabrina Jalees. We don't know who they're thinking about.
We don't know. Like
know.
you said, to your point, your mind wanders.
Yeah.
But if it's constantly if your mind is wandering and you're not focused on the task at hand, the sex probably isn't that good. If we're just talking about the physical.
I can agree with that.
Yeah, I guess because it's like
you're thinking about when
ultimately
it could be better.
Yeah, it's chicken and egg. It's
Right.
like the sex is gonna be good if there's no connection.
Communication, though, right? Because if you can communicate to your partner how to make this better, like your ex was, I feel like that's a possibility.
Now, back to a question that we discussed before.
Uh-huh.
Because the key word in that anonymous story was finish.
Uh-huh.
So, how important in the whole love diaspora is
Finishing?
Incredibly important.
Finishing is now, because this was the woman, right? And we know that 75% of women don't finish.
That's right.
God, again, I'm Jane Goodall, and I'm like, sad chimpanzee straight people. I'm like, why is this happening? And I think because it's like so long, women's orgasms were ignored, but it's like, hello, like we have the internet, we have women screaming,
You have
I
toys?
can come, make me come. Generally. And there's obviously people that break the general, but women have a lower sexual or lower libido generally than men. Maybe that's not true, doctor.
They don't orgasm enough.
Because they don't orgasm enough.
Right.
I live by that. You're rewarded with lots of children.
Well, prove it! That was inappropriate.
But amazing.
We're taping this so late, and
Your wife is gonna love that
my
moment.
wife is gonna love
We're gonna make a boomerang.
Make a supercut of that and me talking about pickleball.
No, but again, because it goes back to the point you're making, and the point you're obviously making as well, is that if finishing is so important, someone needs to instruct the process, because otherwise you're gonna only finish when you're thinking about something else that has nothing to do with the
Can I give some advice that I feel is like so missing? Like my wife and I, we have a necklace, and at the end of it is this little vibrator. And it's kind of like a cute thing. If we're on a date, it's like I'll pull it out or she'll pull it out and be like, okay, cool, we have this.
Another doctor gave me one of those as a gift.
What?
Right?
For real?
You should have gave me a gift.
I was saying.
You married though. That's 16 years of wisdom right there. I believe that is some great advice. Get you a dick wand around your neck.
No, your dick doesn't vibrate. They give you a magic wand.
Yeah, a magic wand.
Yeah.
You're right, a magic wand. Take the dick out of it.
I just don't want them visualizing that I'm walking around with a dick hanging down my neck.
Yeah. It's actually
I'm at the Olive Garden. They're like, ma'am, could you put that away? This family's here. It's like,
This has been so much fun. Anybody got any questions or comments for our experts?
If you get, I guess, snipped,
Okay.
does that mess up your performance?
No.
Oh man, I was winning with that one.
She's like, time it. So it sounds like.
If that was the case, we would not be snipping anymore, right? So circumcisions are still a thing.
No,
She's not talking. She's talking about the
kids.
Yeah, a vasectomy.
A vasectomy, no, it does not. Okay, so when you're blocking the route of the sperm exiting, you're not blocking the nerves that lead to stimulation, ejaculation, orgasms, all the things. But, you know, this is my thought process. You know, a woman goes through so much for one pregnancy, for 9 months, all the changes that your body goes through. It is unreal, and it's really not magnified and celebrated as much as it needs to be.
Indeed.
And then to do that 3 times.
yes.
I mean,
not to mention on the other side.
right, but you can get snipped.
You get snipped.
It's okay.
And if your performance
You ain't gonna
wanes,
win this one, bro.
Yes.
if
You
his
know-
performance wanes, guess what? You're a doctor.
Listen, you can come back and tell me if you have a problem. But it's very similar to getting a hysterectomy, you know, so.
Why are you pointing at me like
Not that you need one, but.
And that's the female version of a
no,
vasectomy.
it's not. But a lot of times when you get your uterus out, because you have a lot of other issues.
Okay.
Right? Women are always concerned about sexual activity and the ability to still orgasm or to still have, you know, their libido where it used to be.
Again, it's me. I'm like, I'm so
Can't
horny.
be me.
There's no way for your nerves that lead to sexual satisfaction. There's no way that those will be injured when you're getting a vasectomy. You're literally just blocking the sperm from exiting. That is it.
And they're reversible.
I'm still not getting it.
Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. I'm telling you, straight people, you're doing the Lord's work. Oh God.
Straight people.
There it is.
People.
Well, speaking of,
Can I ask a question?
Of course.
Should I just get a hysterectomy?
Wow.
Why are you asking me?
Because I'm not gonna do anything with my womb anymore. We're like done. I never carried anyway. But then I won't get my period. It's kind of cool.
I mean, it is super cool to not get a period anymore, but menopause does that too.
You got time.
I don't
You're
know
gonna
where
do it.
you are.
It'll be a natural one.
The pathway.
I'm in my late 20s. Just kidding.
Well, the average age of
but-
menopause is 51, so you got like 30
I got a lot of time. No, but I'm 40. But maybe I get
years.
a few more.
It could be 46.
I'm not 51. I'm 40.
This is a conversation
You say don't get a hysterectomy
I say-
electively.
Not unless there's a.
Do they do that?
Yeah, people can.
Interesting.
And as long as you don't want to be fertile anymore, then I'm okay with it.
Okay.
You know? But
will you do it?
You guys are friends now.
Just go.
Since
Yo, you said we were friends. I'm at your door and I want my pussy out.
No, getting your pussy out is a different conversation.
I want my pussy in. I want my womb out. I'll take my tits off too, maybe.
Open up the door. Hilarious.
We can console.
Well,
Okay.
this conversation has clearly got too close for comfort, and that's exactly what I went outside and talked to the people about. Too close for comfort at night. How far are you guys gonna take this?
It depends.
What does it depend on?
That's a good question. I would like to know the answer to that, Nick.
He dated my sister before me.
Nick, this is true. On a partial level, I did date the sister before I dated the other sister. The sister's right over here. Oh,
Come on over here, sister. Why did you let him date your sister?
Dude, that was all him. I didn't let him.
So you weren't upset that he just left you and went to your sister?
No, I was upset.
There's a little drama, not as much drama now, but there was definitely some drama at the beginning.
What's the freakiest thing that you've ever done?
I did shit with people in a room.
People in a room?
Yeah.
How many people was in his room?
2 people.
2 people? Okay.
It was my family, actually.
Wait a second.
Jesus Christ.
Get your fucking ass on! What do you mean, your family? I mean, to each his own, but...
My family, we were in a hotel, and it was me and him, and then my mom and my sister were in the next bed.
He was...
Yeah.
You know we can keep it all in the family.
He got with your mom and your sister?
No, he got with me.
Oh, I
No,
got...
he's just like, no.
I said, you said that everybody was in the room.
Oh, no.
Oh, so just you had sex with your guy while your mom and your sister's in the room. Were they watching?
No, they were dead asleep.
Are you sure?
Uh-huh.
You want to know if you guys ever had threesomes before?
We did just talk about this tonight.
Really?
In the car.
What did she tell you about her threesome?
It was a guy on guy.
Whoa! So it was 2 guys and you. Tell me about how this went down.
I was just like having a hookup with a football player. We were like drinking, of course. We were kissing, like the mood was getting started. We're just in the room together, and then all of a sudden, like his brother walks in.
Actual brother.
Yeah. Younger brother. And then his younger brother's friend.
That's
Yeah.
3 guys.
him, her, him, bodies.
I'm just keeping score. Whoa! What happened?
I had to break it to her first.
So you were the sneaky link.
Oh man, yeah.
You get the tequila shots flowing, you get a little wine in your system. Shit just happens, Nick. I don't know. She's a little taller, she's a little more athletic. I'm looking for D1 babies, let's be honest, right? Ain't everybody? Ain't we all?
It was a good time.
God, it was my first time. My hands got tired.
Your hands got so wet.
It is a lot of work when you're like, doing your arm workouts like this with certain...
So you had something in that hand, something in that hand,
yeah.
And what else?
And then something in my mouth.
Damn. People get wild out here.
Where are you doing these interviews?
Hell. Well, that was a whole lot of fun. Another amazing episode. Y'all make some noise for Sabrina Jalees, Dr. Kerry-Anne Perkins. So much fun. Slide in our DMs and get freaky with us. It's Nick Cannon at Night. We out.
Get ready. If you like Nick Cannon at Night, you can watch it on YouTube or watch new episodes early and ad-free right now by joining Wondery Plus in the Wondery app, Apple Podcasts, or Spotify. Before you go, tell us about yourself by completing a short survey at Wondery.com/survey.